In times, under the brand new regime of King Charles III, particularly in the British monarchy, everybody's looking over their shoulder because quite literally everybody's under review. And I don't mean that in an unkind way, but when you have to look at slimming down the monarchy, then of course you have to look at exactly what the people are doing for you in your court. Are they representing you in the best possible light? And more importantly, is it what the public want to see? So once again, it looks like titles are definitely in the offing, and more frighteningly, could they be removed? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to have your company today. Lovely to see you as ever. And thank you also for your kind comments regarding that video we made about the activists going into that wonderful store, Fortnum & Mason's in London. I loved a comment, by the way, by one of the viewers who said, oh, I didn't realise, Neil, it was a store. She bought their tea online but had no idea that that was connected back to a very famous store. Oh, it is. Over 100 years it's been there. A marvellous place, and as I say, a little bit pricey, but when you go in and you see all the assistants in that wonderful uniform and that very famous red carpet, you do feel rather special, and every now and again, I know you'll be shocked at this, every now and again, maybe once a year if I'm honest, I go in and buy one of their jars of jam. It is absolutely delicious. You could just eat it from the jar, you don't need bread or anything like that. Wonderful, but as I say, not for the faint-hearted price-wise. But it's good to know your thoughts and comments on this. I was disgusted by those animal activists, thought they were dreadful, but it's the world we live in today. I just hope that they get fined, and I think even more severe things should be thrown at these people. How dare they deface other people's property? What is the world coming to? Don't get me going on that. Back as ever though to your breaking roll story of the day. It's interesting, as I say, because recently we saw Prince Harry and Meghan Markle demoted on the royal website pages, and rightly so. They're not here in the United Kingdom, they're not representing the British monarchy, they don't want to work over here, and whichever they're doing, it's all for their own benefit. As we've seen over the last 2 and a bit years, every project they've done has been simply for their own income because they wanted to be independent. So why, as many people have suggested, should they have that link back to such a famous website that has so many hits on it every single day? It looks like they're giving their authority to say that's fine, whatever they're doing. Again, I'm not knocking the ex-royals, they've got to make a living, but the bottom line is do it off your own steam. But for once, actually, it's not Harry and Meghan that are under review. According to a very good source, yes, as ever we have to say allegedly, it looks like Princesses Eugenie and Beatrice are very concerned as to whether their HRH titles will simply remain. This is because of the ongoing battle of the disgraced former royal, His Royal Highness, of course, Prince Andrew, the Duke of York. Now, as you know, I like to be impartial on these things, but it's a story that is truly building. This is all really regarding the fact that when you think about it, you have to look and say, every time possibly you send, the two princesses out, are people going to look back and think, oh, right, yeah, yes, Prince Andrew, the Duke of York. And as we've said before, he wasn't given his full opportunity to clear his side of the story. But nonetheless, that's the sort of thing that surrounds the people associated with him. We've seen that, of course, his wife, or former wife, the Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson, has carved out a very successful writing career with her books. But you see, she always ran an individual line, as it were. These two princesses will be coming under the banner of course, the royal website, and their names and their, charities that they're endorsing, all the things that they will be taking out on behalf of His Majesty the King could reflect back. Right now, as I say, it's a very difficult time, and I'm giving you as much as I know, is all I can tell you right now. But it does look like it could be a big bone of contention moving forward. All of these things, though, will need to be resolved by the middle of next year, when we presume the coronation of course, King Charles III will take place. So it's interesting, it's ongoing, and more importantly, if I were the two princesses, I'd be looking to work even harder, raise your profile, and do as much good as possible if you wish to remain in the court right now of the British monarchy. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.